In family business, you have to separate your family and your work. Obviously they overlap if you have family members in the business, but you have to be careful. It can be all consuming. Harry worked really hard. I mean, he was a true entrepreneur. He started the business in 1954. He willed it into existence. He built it one customer at a time. And that takes time, it takes effort. But he was disciplined. He made sure that he had time with his family and that we knew him and were engaged with him. And early in my career, when I was so enthusiastic, when I just joined Harry Rosen on a full-time basis after practicing law, I realized that, I was so interested and so all-consumed, I realized that I was bringing it home with me, talking to my dad about it 24/7, and he sort of made it clear to me that, you have to separate the two. And there's a time for family and there's a time for business. But there's a whole different set of challenges when you are in a family business, no doubt. My father always encouraged me to be my own man, to get out and do my own things. So I did a lot of education. I did an MBA, I did a Bachelor of Laws, I practiced law, and then I joined the family business. I felt I was ready when I joined because I had some outside experience. But you're always a little nervous. You're under the microscope when you're a family member. I mean, you have half the people think you're only there because you're a family member, and other half the people have great expectations or waiting for you to fail on those great expectations. So it's a hard position to be in, but if it's well managed and in good family businesses, they manage these things well. They make sure that the challenges and the opportunities they give family members are well thought through. I am very blessed because our transition in our business has been textbook perfect. Harry didn't lay it out that I had to be another Harry, and I've never tried to be Harry. I've tried to learn from him. I've tried to honor him. But I also tried to compliment him, and he'd be the first to say that his skill set is very different than mine. And I really think it's important in family businesses to realize that a founder is different than what we call a G2, a second generation. And the role of each is very different, and they're not supposed to be the same. Everybody has different skills, different ambitions among your children. And the process of transitioning a family business is not one that's left to the family. It's imperative that you bring in outside experts to help you sort through these issues and make everybody feel engaged in owning the transitional process within a family business. And it's not something that Harry and I had help in it, and I know myself and my children are working with groups that are helping us sort through the very complex issues that arise in transition of family businesses when you have a number of kids and not all are coming into the business and not all are appropriate for the business. Some are, some aren't. But everybody has a role to play in the family. I think the reason that a lot of family businesses struggle with succession is because they don't answer the right question. The right question is, who is best qualified to lead the next generation of that business? And if the answer to that lies within the family, then it's a business that's ripe for family succession. If you can't honestly answer that, when I'm talking with outside assistance, that there's somebody within the family that has the potential to continue on the business, then you're making a mistake to keep it as a family managed enterprise. Family can have ownership, But as a family managed enterprise, it might be the wrong decision. So I think that's where a lot of family businesses get into trouble. Communication is essential. I mean, it's not communication, it's honest and open communication is essential. I think that if you want to, in a family business, if you want to have success, you got to communicate honestly about your feelings. That's why I say it's so essential to have reliable third-party advisors that help you bridge the gaps and communicate openly and honestly. It really eases the process. All good family transitions involve outside consultants, good quality outside consultants. Working for a family business as a non-family member is very different than working in another business. There's a culture, a personality to it that you don't get in a lot of serious corporate environments. You also don't get that abrupt change in management and leadership style that happens every so often in a company. You know, they bring in a new leader and the whole company changes its culture. With a family business, you get something that has a greater level of continuity. You know, there tends to be a family spirit, and a lot of people really enjoy being part of that. And I know I have associates I've worked with for 25, 30 years, 20 years. I have lots of them, and they really feel like they're part of our family.